What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. We are back today with episode 19 of Frieren, the second episode of the Magical Exam arc.
Frieren already got set up with a bunch of rookies who have some trouble with their dynamic.
Yeah.
One kind of, I guess, bullies the other one a bit, and we said it was like a Deku Bakugo type of dynamic a little bit there. If you guys are, obviously, if you know about My Hero, I think a lot of people know early My Hero stuff. But anyway, yeah, so it was pretty cool though. That little ass Stille, like these creatures in this series is just ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
they're actually how they're supposed to be. Because I said it in the last reaction how I don't enjoy when series make like certain monstrous creatures kind of get like just nerfed, like wiped out easily or nerfed in general. So I always like that in the series, especially when it comes to magic, let them be dope.
Fern is in a group with a likely assassin. Her name is Ubel. She's got a very Yuzuriha type of vibe for those of you who have watched Hell's Paradise with us.
That being said, let's get into episode 19 of Frieren. Let's get into it right about now.
He was not expecting that. I really want to see Himmel in like full-on combat.
Yeah. Also, I just thought of something too. I wonder if, like with the flashbacks, if we would see like other factions that had like a similar journey to them, and maybe probably end up getting bodied based off of how they always talk about the journeys, how treacherous it can be, or some that probably succeeded in their own right somewhere. But she really gives Yuzuriha vibes, bro. Like, really.
Just the way that she tilts her head and kind of like stares at the camera.
You thought chasing a chicken was hard and catching a chicken? This shit is like, man.
There's a common training regiment for football players, mainly down south, but they chase rabbits in the mud.
Oh damn, yeah. I would have got mad and just like stopped. I quit for the day.
Threw like a mud ball at it. It was like, stop moving.
So get into a body of water, probably freeze it, or use the water, then freeze it, and then try that spell. Like maybe use as bait. So like if it knows that there's mana in that area and it stays away, you could probably try to lure it into a spot where you could just catch it. But I don't know how easy that would be since, I mean, it's hella area around. So who knows where the bird would even fly to.
Oh, that's Zoltrak.
Damn.
That could pierce you.
But we know our girl is quick.
Quick on the trigger.
Ooh! Oh God, damn. I always love scenes like that when people are running and then like the angle of the camera is kind of like tilted and it's like sideways. It's always fine. I'm not gonna remember your names. I swear I'm not.
You don't need to. Oh, yes, I remember this.
So freeze the area.
That's impressive.
That sound design was fire too.
Yes!
Here we go.
Whether you melt it or not, they're not coming by.
The one wise character that realizes what they're trying to do versus the people like, what are they doing? Hey.
Melt it, baka!
Exactly. So now you know where it'll go, and it won't probably go at least over that area at all. Oh, this scene about to be fire. It's gonna be like Harry Potter trying to catch the snitch, and people are just flying and trying to get
and
it.
That thing is right fast, now. But it's not Stille fast.
I see it right now. Oh boy, this is about to be fire. I can tell already. Make sure cultivate these. Oh, wow.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were just sleeping. Yeah.
I mean, they could be sleeping.
Permanently. Sleeping, Yep. Yeah, this will be some crazy chasing. I see it already, man. I see it.
Smart. If you can't defeat these birds, like, you can't defeat the top class demons. Okay, exactly. I love his backstory, man.
yeah, I'm about to say.
Do not like, trifle with me.
Damn. So don't fuck with me. I am.
I'm him.
I knows my shit. I might not be as powerful as people, but I know my shit, man. I like that.
Doesn't matter. You're playing a numbers game.
Oh, wait a minute. Is the Stille just gonna like land on her? On her shoulder or something? Wow.
Vontae, I want you to just take a moment and say the name of the bird really slowly.
Stille.
That's
I was
dope,
thinking that
right?
too, 'cause she literally, I mean, she can compress her mana like very low, like unlike other people's. I thought about it.
Murder bird was within 5 feet of her.
Yeah, so it's gonna land right on her shoulder. Perfect. Yep.
And what you say? 50 centimeters.
It was the complete opposite of what I thought would have happened. Which was fire, because either way would have been cool. Like, either them trying to chase the Stille in, like, different pathways, and everybody's trying to chase it, like, trying to catch the snitch. But nope. That was fire. Just as fire.
You literally had to stay still to catch the Stille.
Yeah. So would that mean that Fern's group kind of did that, too?
I'm not quite sure if I remember how they actually... Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
She just shumpoed.
Oh, we're gonna get a cliffhanger. Fuck. I know what the thumbnail is gonna be. It's gonna be with the Stille on her shoulder and wrapping it up.
100%.
Oh,
he made petals into pin missiles.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You're damn right.
So.
No, Frieren. Dude, it is raining bullets!
You know about that? They about to throw down. Northern magic. Okay.
So he is constantly just
heard about
fighting.
That a little bit. What was that?
He is very adept at combat because he was the head of the captains up north.
Right. I don't think she will.
Ah!
That was dope. See, that's the second time that Frieren has done something that I thought the complete opposite was going to happen. I think the first time was when when Frieren defeated Aura. I didn't expect that to happen until they started to talk more about the scales and then going back to her suppressing her mana. And I was like, okay, now I get it. Because at first I thought it was going to be like a battle and she was pretty much just going to like just wipe her out in the whole army. But it ended up being, oh no, kill yourself. And then in this episode, I thought that they were just going to put all that mana into all those different bodies of water there.
Yeah.
So that they can know, okay, well, the Stille is not going to go around these areas, but it might, like, navigate around the forest. And then they were going to try to figure out a way to, like, I guess, either lure it somewhere. So I was thinking that it was going to be a lot of flying, a lot of tracing it, and following it. And then the other characters are going to try to do the same thing. But ended up being completely different, and all she had to do was stay still to catch the Stille. So
it's interesting. In both of those scenarios, it involved Frieren suppressing her magic. And I would say in 99% or maybe even higher of magic series, the magic usage is always about how you use it. I know that's a little bit redundant, but the point I'm trying to make is, like, Frieren has found a way over the years in order to suppress her magic to accomplish something. Whether it means like, let's just say suppressing a spell to where you have like a layer of defense just underneath your clothes or something like that, that's never recognizable until you need to pump it up. But if you only use like maybe a 1% of the battery that is your mana flow, you might be able to catch someone off guard because they're not used to detecting just that slight usage of mana. But you're suppressing it, and you've been suppressing it for thousands of years per your sensei's instructions. So doing that is just natural for you. And I can only think about, like, with the rate of progression for mages in this series as it relates to specifically the race of humans, I can only imagine if they lived longer, what they would be able to accomplish with magic as opposed to passing the torch to the next generation.
True. Yeah. Now, that's interesting, though. Like, that's a good point. She literally, her suppressing her mana has quite literally gave her the biggest of dubs.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you said, the other series is more how you use it, how, you know, you use what you're good at to defeat the opponent or whatever. But in this case, it's like, no, I'm not going to use none of that full talent or full potential. I'm just going to do the complete opposite and still get a clear victory. So I do like that. It's something that I don't think I've seen often. Usually, quote unquote, wins or W's like that are when like a character ends up like, I guess, like on some like buggy shit. Like you just you didn't mean to do that, and then you end up
just
like
happens.
a complete victory. Yeah, like stuff just happens. But it's cool that you can literally have, like, she has the control to get, you know, to succeed in areas just by doing the complete opposite of what everybody else would think. So I do like that. That's definitely thinking outside of the box for a character, and that is something that I think, for me personally, I can enjoy Frieren for two ways. Like, one, for her doing specifically that to you know, to succeed, and also when she does actually, you know, turn up too. So there's two ways that you can always I guess look forward to when it comes to Frieren's character, when it comes to any kind of battle or something.
Sure.
Yeah, because most main characters, you already know what they're going to do for the most part. You know what they're going to do. You know what they're expert at. But for her, it's like, it's two different paths she might end up. She could choose depending on the opponent or the task at hand. So this next episode about to be crazy.
I mean,
I see the title for
it's
it right
a battle
there.
royale. We got mages all over the place. Time's ticking down to the end of this Fortnite game. Jokes aside, though, another point I wanted to make specifically as it relates to this episode is the constraints on spells. So Frieren, while she did have a spell that could theoretically capture the Stille, it only works within 50 centimeters of the target. That is not anything. When you see how large this enclosure space is, and you're trying to catch a bird that's maybe like hummingbird size, absolutely not. There's no way possible that you can do that unless you do it in this manner. And then her other teammate, she was saying that she has really good manipulation of water, but she cannot create water. So she has to be in an environment that can utilize the water around her, or otherwise her magic doesn't nearly have the same sort of propensity to do what she wants it to do if that were not the case.
Right.
And then I know there was another attack to where like flower petals turned into needle shots. So if you're in like a wintry environment, you might not be able to use that same type of magic. So again, like with the specialties and how that relates to the environment that you find yourself in, my own headcanon is that like first class mages can literally take the worst of situations and just get out of it by the skin of their teeth. And that sort of like come from behind victory that they have will allow them to survive long enough to be able to live up to the first class mage title that they have.
And that does go back to when we were even just questioning about, like, you know, do people have specialties? As we can see, definitely. And it's good because Fern and Frieren, I mean, they can do a lot of different things. It's not like they have one thing that they're, well, at this point, if I were to say a specialty, Frieren, I would just say that she has that complete control over suppressing her mana, if you want to count that. But like, you know, we're talking about elemental, you know, yeah, if we're talking about elemental, you know, yeah, for like different ones, like we seen some of them with fire, we see the guy that changed the flower petals into needles, stuff like that. So yeah, you're right, it's like Frieren, Fern, people like that, they're able to go at it year round. Other people probably not so much. So I'm interested to see some of the other characters and see what some of their specialties might be, which is why I also think that Denkin, see, I'm interested in him because he seems like he knows a lot and he doesn't have to rely on like a one-trick pony type of thing. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying about like with Black Clover, how a lot of the noble people, they're so full of it when it comes to their own specialty, to the point where it's like they end up losing because they think, oh yeah, I could do this, and you know, boom, easy. But they be getting their ass whooped from people who can do more than just their own specialty. So
they are like too prideful in their own type of magic, or just the way that they've always done things, because it's always worked. You've been always able to defeat an opponent because you had more mana. But if it's a even playing field, or your opponent has more battle experience, it entirely changes the game. And one last final point I'll make, because this is getting a little bit long of a discussion. Frieren was teaching Fern to only use basic defensive and offensive spells in combat. Now, that's really subtle, but just having a shield, when she was first teaching her how to defend against Zoltrak, she was telling her, don't put it all over your body, that's wasting your mana. Only put it in the portions that would actually defend yourself against an offensive attack that would hit you. So with this other girl that she's facing that's like shooting the rocks at her like a cannon, she doesn't need to put a shield around her whole body, just around the parts that might hit her. And that's an efficient use of your mana to where you can actually fight longer than if you, pardon me, we're not using that technique.
Exactly. See, Frieren be knowing. I mean, she gotta know. You have to. Yeah. You have to. But yeah, man, you guys know the drill, man. Pull up every week. Frieren, Undead, Unluck. A lot of other stuff on the channel as well. So stay tuned. And I hope you guys have it going. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video. And peace.